What's up, y'all? It's 5:33 a.m. I went live at 5:33 a.m. I think they implant thoughts in my head. My refrigerator's turning on right now when I walk up to this doorway. I just heard engine sounds outside, and then I heard people moving around through the walls or some shit. Last night, I think it was a bottle popping synced again. I don't know if that sounds crazy, because it is, but bottles, plastic bottles, like an empty plastic bottle, will pop at sync moment. You know how they pop, and they're crinkled up and whatever, and then they'll do it synced. And there was one day where a bottle was doing that multiple times over and over, and it was synced up every time it did it, and it did it within the span of a few minutes or whatever. It did it 5 times at synced up moments every time. So I hear a plane coming, I think. Or a helicopter or something. I think I hear something coming. I see a cop. I saw a pig. Was he a sink? Yeah, I hear this sound out there. It's I think it's a helicopter or something. It's just flying slowly or something. I don't know if it's a helicopter or what it is. Sometimes I'll be walking around and I'll hear a lawnmower, and I'll be like, is a plane coming? I'll be looking up at the sky, and then I'm like, oh, it's a lawnmower. But then it's a sync lawnmower usually, though. So I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's I just looked at the time on my phone. I just looked at the timer on the video, and it said 3:22. 3 minutes 22 seconds. And now it said 3:33 when I looked at it. The AC thing outside my apartment turned on. When I turned around and started walking this way, I heard a sound through the wall. It was right when I looked at the thing and it said 3:22, I heard a sound. It was my water heater just turned on synced. So it's been pretty quiet this morning so far, though, up until I turned the video on, and it's still pretty quiet right now. But they be walking up saying, but yeah, bottles will pop sometimes, Saints, and that was happening last night again. I think it was a bottle. I just looked at the timer and it said 4:33. I just glanced at it, and I just looked at it now and it said 4:42. But I'll see all types of weird ass sounds in my apartment, and then yesterday when I was recording, I heard like brake squeaking synced, I think. Like I heard the sound like to like the right of me. And it was like and I think it was like directly to the right of me, but I don't know. I looked over, I didn't see anything. It sounded like it was directly to the right of me, and it probably was. It was probably a sync thing, but I don't know if it was or not. What's this fucking sound, man? Is it a sync head? Are they just hovering a helicopter out here or something? I don't know what's going on out here. And a plane flew over my apartment yesterday, so I think it was a sync hit. I don't know if it was or not, but it probably was. It sounded like it was synced. But I didn't run to my window to look out and see if it was synced, but it was probably a sync hit. He probably flew directly over my head. I think I just heard someone coughing synced. There was a crazy siren last night. I think it was like after I did the live stream last night or something. I don't remember. There was a crazy siren last night though, or yesterday or whatever. It's an ambulance siren, and drove by and he was like honk honk, and it was like going on for a long time. I'm like driving by really slow and whatever. And something else happened. And then there's people yelling, synced outside, I think. I don't remember. They were doing that like a few days ago, though, at least. There's people yelling outside, synced. It's not like every day, or like, I'll usually hear people outside, but like some days they'll be like yelling really obnoxiously and shit, and they'll be like, woohoo, and whatever the fuck. Just like yelling like aggressively, like a threatening thing or whatever. I can't even hear what they're saying, but like just like by like the tone, you know what I mean? Like they'll yell things sometimes where it's like they're trying to make me feel like scared, or like they're coming to get me, or like I feel like sometimes they do shit like that to make me feel that way or whatever. So like I'll post something about like adrenochrome or whatever, and then I'll hear that outside. Like I'll hear someone like yelling like aggressively or whatever, and it's like shit like that. That one video I did yesterday got muted a bunch of times, like I said, and then at the end of it, it got accidentally muted again, I guess. So there's a lot of shit that, like a lot of sounds that I missed, I think. Like there was this car that pulled up and honked, synced and shit, and like, I think that part's muted. So, it sucks. Like sometimes I just accidentally mute it because the mute button is like really touchy and I zoom in and then I accidentally mute it. I heard birds chirping outside, I think, where they sync birds. Don't sync. It sounded like they were right outside my window. That's why I said that, because usually when I hear that, it's sync birds. So, anytime I hear birds right outside my apartment window, they're probably sync birds, and they usually are. Because that's just what happens out here, is just they're sync birds. It just does happen, so I got plenty of videos that show that it does. They sync. So you can say it's schizophrenia, but it's not though. They sync. It's syncophrenia. It's like, if you're recording pictures, if you're recording if you're recording 4K videos of Bigfoot all day, every day, like, if I just tell you, like, I see a Bigfoot, and you're like, you're schizophrenic, dude. I'm like, I saw a Bigfoot yesterday. You're like, dude, you're schizo. Go take some pills. I'm like, no, dude. Look, I have video evidence of Bigfoot. Like, it's Bigfoot, right? It sounds far-fetched, maybe. I think Bigfoots might be real. I don't know. But, like, to somebody, it might sound far-fetched or whatever, chupacabras or whatever. You're like, I see the chupacabras. And you're like, dude, chupacabras don't exist. You're like, no, dude. I see Santa Claus. I see Santa Claus being pulled on a sleigh by chupacabras with a werewolf in the passenger seat. And you're like, no, dude, none of those things exist. That's not real. And I'm like, dude, I have video evidence of it, a lot of it. I'm gonna show you a video, and it's 4K evidence of Santa Claus being pulled by chupacabras big with a with a Bigfoot in the passenger seat and a werewolf in the back seat. There's 4K evidence of it, and it's like 100 videos of it from different angles on different days, and like it's like there's no, and then like there's like close-up videos. I like go up, I pull Santa's beard. I like pull on Santa's beard. I pull on the werewolf's hair to make sure it's not a mask, you know. And I like test it out, and I like have like 100 videos from different angles and like 4K HD. You can see the pores on the werewolf's face. So like, there's no way you can tell me that werewolves don't exist if if I have that, right? Like, it might sound crazy that Santa Claus is being pulled by chupacabras with a werewolf and a Bigfoot in the car with him, but I have 1,000 videos of it though, right? So I have 1,000 videos of synced birds, is my point, and I have 1,000 videos of synced dogs barking and synced cats running out and synced squirrels. I don't know if I have 1,000 videos of synced squirrels, but I have a lot of videos of synced squirrels. But I definitely have like 10,000 synced bird videos of like, and sometimes it's like a flock of like 100 birds. It's like a flock of 100 birds that are all flying around, strategically synced. Oh, I heard birds chirping outside again. I think they are synced birds. I think it was synced. I didn't hear them chirping in between that either. I just heard them chirping those 2 times, and I think they were synced both times. And then they'll, like, a lot of time they'll fly like over my head, and they'll chirp like right as they fly over my head, or like right as they fly by me or whatever. Or like right as I walk under a tree that they're sitting on or whatever. And then sometimes I've caught this on video a few times where they'll just be like sitting on the curb, and then they'll just like jump down off the curb next to me when I walk by, or when a car drives behind them or whatever. They'll just be like walking on the curb, and then like when I walk by, they'll just like jump down and just be like, or they'll just fly away next to me or land next to me or whatever. So, sync birds do exist. I know it might sound crazy. You might not have seen them, but I see them every day, and I've caught them on video 1,000 times. So they do exist. I don't know about werewolves or sync werewolves, but if I catch them on video 1,000 times, though, pretty sure they exist. So I haven't caught that 1,000 times yet, but maybe someday. It wouldn't surprise me at this point. If I saw a werewolf, I'd be like, "Yep, what's up?" I was expecting to see you someday. Seen everything else now. See a reptilian werewolf someday for sure. It's bound to happen at some point because I've seen everything else. I've never seen a ghost or auras. Well, kind of maybe, but I think I did see a ghost one time actually. But I don't know. But I heard my neighbors making sound through the walls when I walked back over there. He's walking around in there. I think he's doing his thing. Or maybe he's just waking up and he's just getting up. I don't know. But I think he was thinking. Probably synced. I just hear like the floor creaking and I just hear him walking around. It was probably synced. I just saw people walking across the parking lot and they're probably about to do a sync. If I keep looking, they're probably about to sync. Like he opened the blinds. He opened the blinds, stop walking, and light a cigarette in 3, 2, 1. The AC thing outside my apartment turned off when I walked through the doorway. Nothing happened that time when I walked through the doorway. I think I hear a stalker truck. Is he a stalker head? I see a car. Is it stalkered up? I don't know. I see another car. Is he stalkered up? I don't know. I think it was white though. I don't know about those cars. It's a mystery. So, maybe I'll figure it out someday. Maybe I'll find the people that are not stalkered up. That I can confirm that they're not. But as of right now, I don't know who's not stalkered up. I hear people walking in the hallway. I think they are stalkered up. So, pretty quiet morning so far, like I said. So, uh, it's always stalkered up though. Like even if it's quiet, there's just like quiet sounds going off occasionally, or my refrigerator turning on or whatever. Like occasionally, it might like especially like if it's like 3 in the morning or something, it might be quiet for like an hour or something. Like there might be nothing happening at all for like at the most like an hour. Or like I'll just be sitting like watching YouTube videos or listening to music or whatever, and like nothing will be happening. And like as soon as I like turn it off, there's an engine sound outside, or somebody walking by in the hall, or both at the same time, or whatever. And then sometimes I'll wake up in the morning, like especially like Sunday mornings. Uh, I'll wake up, I'll get up, and I'll look out my window, and I won't see anything at all, nothing, and I won't hear any sounds or anything. Maybe I'll hear my neighbors making sounds or whatever. Like maybe they'll cough like a couple times or whatever. But like some mornings I'll get up and there'll be like nothing, right? And then I'll go outside and then and then there'll be a parade waiting for me, and then it'll be constantly stalkered up all day from that point on. So right now it's chill. I don't know what's about to happen in about 5 seconds or 5 minutes or what. I don't know if somebody's gonna cough. I don't know if there's gonna be a loud sound or a quiet sound. I don't know if there's gonna be no sound. I don't know if there's gonna be multiple sounds at once. I don't know if there's gonna be a frequency directed energy weapon shot in my head. I don't know if there's gonna be a baby crying scene. I don't know if it's gonna be a plane. I don't know. I don't know. Is my refrigerator gonna sink with a plane? What's gonna happen next? I don't know. Stay tuned to find out.